All right, hello everyone and welcome to another video. In this one, we're going to cover how to farm bonus valor and gear up a newly, freshly dinged character. So whether this is your main character because it's the first time you're playing Dragonflight, or maybe it's one of your alts that you wanted to get up to speed and you just happen to finish up leveling it, this is the perfect time for you to do it. There is a lot of useful information up ahead, and if you find this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So let's get right into it. As you can see, my warrior over here is freshly dinged. So I have some crafted gear, some vendor gear, that's auction house gear, that's pretty much it. I'm not that high item level. However, what I can do is I can get boosted for free while at the same time getting some gear and at the same time getting bonus valor points for both myself as well as my other party members. There's a lot of people that want bonus valor because this week Blizzard has lifted the bonus valor, actually the valor cap. So you can get as much as you want as long as you are completing dungeons, you're going to farm it. So here's the most efficient and I would say the fastest way to do it. If you're a freshly dinged character, do not go into M0. Do not go do anything like that. Just come to Valdrakken, buy the stairs of the main building. Over here, there's a vendor, a Pendaran. You're going to talk to her. And the first line of dialogue is, "It seems I have misplaced my keystone." You click it, you're going to get a keystone. Let's see what we got. I got a Halls of Valor level 2. You can also check that my character has no rating. So using the Raider IO add-on, its extension tells me that the best runs by dungeon is pretty much nil. Freshly dinged, I haven't run any dungeons on this guy. So here's what I want to do. I want to go into pre-made groups, dungeons, and I want to start a group. I don't want to find a group. That was what you did on your main character. What you want to do now is you want to boost your own key. Now what's going to happen is most of the keys that you're going to run, you're going to +3 them. So it's something very interesting that you're going to do. You're going to post the key, right? So it's a +2, Halls of Valor. And you want to put in the title bonus valor. Bonus valor. This way you're signaling to other people that they can get bonus valor, so up to 200 valor from completing this run. You're going to get 135 baseline plus 65. The extra 65 they get is because your character is going to get rating from this dungeon. That's the only way in which you can get the 65 extra bonus valor, up to 200 valor, if your character gets rating from that key. So we're going to do a +2 Halls of Valor, and we want to list the group. Now, here's how you gear up, and you guys pretty much know. Invite people that can share loot. So I'm a plate wearer. I'm going to invite other plate wearers, Death Knights, Paladins, and other warriors. And of course, as you don't necessarily need a healer, but there's nothing against it. I personally play a tank. If you play a DPS, that's okay. It doesn't really matter what your role is. You can also tell people, hey, some people are like, man, I'm just going to AFK. You guys run the dungeon. That's the most efficient. There are some bosses that reset, so people need to be present over there. But they're very, very easy. By the way, do not be afraid to tank your own dungeons, especially if it's a freshly dinged character, because the mobs do pretty much no damage. I mean, you can do a full run of M0s at this item level, but that's just going to take a lot of time and you're not going to get any valor out of it. Most of the gear that you're going to get is too low item level, so it's not efficient. So, as you can see, a whole bunch of people have signed up. Most likely, I'm not going to take these guys. Most likely going to take this mage because he's high item level, he's going to carry. And I'm going to be looking for people that are high item level. If you want to gear up, also invite people that are your specific armor slot. Okay. Now, once you complete the key, right? The key is probably going to become a +5, whatever. You want to come back to Valdrakken and you want to talk to the same person, they're going to have a line of dialogue which is going to say something like, "This key is too difficult for me. I need you to bring it down a notch." So if it's a +5, it's going to make it a +4. And if you talk to her again, it's going to go from +4 to +3, from +3 to +2, and so on. It's going to keep lowering it every time you hit the dialogue. Now, here's the important part. Once I complete the dungeon, the Halls of Valor, level 2, I cannot do a level 2 again. I can only do a level 3 because the level 2 is no longer going to give me rating. So this is very important. You can only do a level above. So that's very important. One other thing that I want to add, which is, let me just delist so I don't tease these guys. One very important thing that I want to add is the weeks are split up. So if you have rating in Tyrannical Week, which is this week, there's going to be a separate rating for Fortified Weeks. So even though you have that dungeon completed on, let's say, a +5 in the Tyrannical Week, once the Fortified Weeks comes along, if you have 0 rating on a +2 from that dungeon, you can run it. You're going to get rating, and people are going to get bonus valor. I hope this was helpful. I believe this was helpful. So again, if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you have any questions. Check out my guides on individual dungeons, how to run them the most efficiently. That's going to be within the next few videos. Subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you guys soon.